A villager has informed the wildlife officers that a tusker who has separated from his herd was hobbling close to the village. Officers felt sorry for him and rushed to the place. The team observed him from a distance, and they noticed that the baby tusker was trapped by a jaw bomb. When tuskers get injured, they are unable to follow the speed of their herd and likely get isolated near a village for the ease of searching for food. At a glance, he looks alright, but he can't munch properly since his jaw was damaged. Whatever food he eats drips out from the side of his mouth. Other than that, he has no issues. The jaw bombs are man-made, and they are hidden inside food such as pumpkins and watermelons. Usually, they are spotted to conserve crops from wild pigs and wild boars. With droughts, elephants are coming to villages seeking food and water. When they eat the pumpkin with a jaw bomb placed inside, their jaws get damaged. Yet, the jaw bombs are not focused on elephants. Many tuskers have severe injuries by biting into them. Unlike for tamed animals, treating a wild elephant is a rigorous task. It should be carefully done, complying with all the necessary precautions. Here, the officers couldn't reach the tusker until he was totally sedated, and it will take a few minutes. Thus, to begin the treatments, officers took their first move to sedate the tusker. A sedative drug was prepared according to the body weight of the tusker. Officers darted the first dose of sedated drug by visually observing his weight. It was darted using a tranquilizer gun. He was partially sedated with that, but the grass was still in his mouth. That means he was not sedated up to the required level. This led the officers to prepare another dose of sedative drug. The second dose was darted to the tusker's legs as an intramuscular injection. After a while, an officer threw a piece of wood at the tusker to make sure he was sedated as required. This is done to recheck whether he has movements, since we can't predict the behavior of a wild elephant. Then, only the officers began to treat. He was given antibiotics, multivitamins, anti-inflammatory drugs, and all the other necessary drugs to cure the wound by assuming his body weight. Multivitamins are given to boost energy and immunity since the tusker was weakened due to the lack of food. Antibiotics will boost immunity within the elephant's body to expedite the wound healing process. Antibiotics are usually given intramuscularly, and they will fight against the secondary microbial infections on wounds. Anti-inflammatory will prevent the inflammations and infection to the inner organs. Here, the vets can't repair the damaged jaw or deep clean the wound inside of a thick forest in absence of theater facilities. The tusker was taken to the survival stage without going into critical surgeries. When the wound is healed, he can bite from the other side. The main focus was to prevent this tusker from getting worse infections that could arise as a result of the wound. If it was not treated properly, the infection could have worsened and even a threat to the life of the tusker. After a while, he started to move slowly since he was not fully sedated. He had a small injury in his tail, too. That wound was also treated by the officers. It was hard to capture every step of the treatment procedure while being inside the forest. Once the elephant was sedated, he should be reinstated back to the normal behavior. At the final stage of the treatment, an antibiotic was sprayed on the wound to prevent further infections. Ultimately, the revival drug should be injected to reverse him to the normal condition. By anticipating the body weight once again, the revival drug was given to an ear vein by a lady vet. By a lapse of a few minutes, the tusker could move as before, and he was headed back into the forest. It was the first day treated to this tusker, and he should review again in 1 week until the recovery is complete. These types of damages are frequent, and they are caused by a result of the human-elephant conflict. There are many alike conditions in a forest. Most of the elephants can soul the heavy pain for days and sometimes for months. Luckily, this baby tusker was reached by the officers. We are grateful to the rescue team for doing such a great job.